The Miz makes his entrance to the ring, and it's announced that he's out there to do one of three things for the next match. It will be Fandango versus the Intercontinental Champion Wade Barrett, and Miz, according to the poll on the WWE app, the Miz will either be a guest commentator, a guest ring announcer, or a guest referee, which, according to the commentators, will be voted on by the fans who own the app, which I'm not sure that that's really true, if they're actually gonna go by whatever the people in the app say, if they really count the votes or anything like that. But according to what they're saying on TV, that's what they're doing. So, coming up next, we got Barrett versus Fandango, with Miz either on commentary or ring announcing or as the guest referee. So it should be good. It's coming up next. The Miz is chosen, according to the WWE app, he is chosen to be the referee. The fans voting has made Miz the referee. The match doesn't go very long, as Barrett was Fandango sitting on the middle rope with his arms over the top rope, beating Fandango with uppercuts. Barrett goes back across the ring to do his wedding boot. Miz, acting as though he's checking on Fandango, stands in front of him, which prevents Barrett from doing his wedding boot. Barrett gets upset because Miz seems to be preventing him from winning the match. Barrett grabs Miz by the referee's shirt he's wearing and tosses him across the ring. Barrett then hits the wedding boot on Fandango, but Miz gets back on his feet, hits the skull crushing finale on Barrett, allowing Fandango to pick up the pin and the win. After the match is over, Miz tries to raise Fandango's hand. Fandango, not really paying attention, pulls his hand away, starts to dance with Summer Rae, does a little dip with her, and this gives Miz the opportunity to kick Fandango in the side of the head, knocking him out. This forces Summer Rae to land on top of him, on top of Fandango. Miz goes down, counts 1, 2, 3, raises Summer Rae's hand, and they proclaim that the commentators proclaim that Summer Rae is now undefeated. She pinned Fandango. We then go backstage to Cena staring at his WWE Championship. The camera pans over to show that Shawn Michaels is there, which he is there. He is there for the Bret Hart appreciation night after the show, but he makes a special appearance during Raw to try to tell Cena that he's being dumb, just like Triple H was being dumb to go into the match last week. He says that Shawn says that Triple H and Cena are pretty much alike. They never listen to him. He's the voice of reason. They never listen, but they never listen. Cena then says that he remembers somebody else being just like that, and he points out that that was Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels looks irritated as we go to a commercial. Natalya teams with the Divas champion Caitlyn to face the Bella Twins. They once again acknowledge the fact that AJ Lee is supposed to be the #1 contender, even though they still haven't said when the match will be for the title, but I'm hoping it's soon. It's a pretty good match for a Diva match. It ends up with the Bellas on top, as Natalya has one of the Bellas in a sharpshooter and the other comes in to get off. Caitlyn runs in, tries to spear the illegal Bella, but instead she moves and Caitlyn ends up spearing Natalya, setting up the eventual win for the Bellas. The Bellas then each grab a microphone and start singing happy birthday to Natalya, but instead of saying her name, They say happy birthday, dear loser.
Well, Natalia,
Looks like she's crying. What a great birthday. First,
jeez,
dancing with, the great Khali once again.
and now
She's the one to get in the tag match in our hometown on her birthday. Way to go, WWE. Coming up next, we got Team World Scholars versus what they're apparently calling the Celtic Vipers now, according to
Michael Cole,
Jelly the King, which I can't remember who said it, but Randy Orton and Sheamus are taking on Cody Rhodes and Damian Sandow. Before they announce that, we see Curtis Axel backstage getting ready when Bret Hart comes in his locker room and tells him how much he looks like he's dead, and he tells him he needs to ditch Paul Heyman. Axel then says that he may have known his dad pretty well, but Bret doesn't know him at all, and until last week no one cared about him except Paul Heyman, so he's gonna stick with him. But coming up next is Team World Scholars versus Orton and Sheamus. I'm hoping that they don't get completely ran over by the super team, but we never know. Before we get to the match, we see a promo for a collection of stars who are coming soon. Apparently, the Wyatt family, Bray Wyatt, and the Wyatt family, Luke Harper, and Eric Rowan. I've seen these guys on NXT, on the NXT show. They are awesome as a team, and Bray Wyatt, his character is sort of like what CM Punk used to do with the Straight Edge Society, except it's not all about being straight edge. It's about just them being hypnotized or in a trance or whatever. Or it's like a cult type thing that he calls the Wyatt family. But I'm not sure what they're gonna do with him when he comes to the main roster, but it should be interesting. I have a good feeling about the Wyatt family being a good tag team. Eric Rowan and Luke Harper are currently from what I remember, from the last thing I remember from NXT, they are the tag team champions right now of NXT. So they so WWE seems to have high hopes on them, and I just want to let everybody know this. You've seen the primetime players get used. You've seen the Shield get the tag titles to help the belts look credible, and you've seen guys, even the teams that I can't stand, like British Clay and Tensai, we've seen them get used a lot more. You've seen the team that most internet fans can't stand, 3MB, you've seen them get used a lot more, even though they lose every time. And now you're gonna see the introduction of a new tag team in the Wyatt family. Whether anybody wants to admit this or not, you have to credit all of this to Triple H and the way he's trying to change the company from his position. Well, I'm not sure, like, the exact date or time or whatever when Triple H took over the position he's in. But since that happened, you've seen a lot more young guys get pulled up from NXT. You've seen a more focused tag team division. You've seen the Intercontinental and US champions actually look credible. And the US title actually is on Dean Ambrose now. So, all credit to Triple H and the Wolf for what he's doing right now. But let's get back to the match. Randy Orton and Sheamus pick up the win after Orton tosses
No, it's up.
For an all-out brawl between all four guys.
Until
Orton throws Cody into the timekeeper's area.
making it 1-0.
One between Sheamus and Sandow. Sandow was going for the Dominus when Sheamus turns it around
Into the
white noise, setting up for the
bull kick, which
ends the match. Orton and Sheamus pull off the win.
just like
I thought they would. But coming up next is Cena versus Kurt, the newest Paul Heyman guy, Curtis Axel. We're in the midst of the main event between Curtis Axel and
in the WWE champion
John Cena. Axel gets caught
with a
hip toss and rolls out of the ring. Before the commercial,
we see
Heyman screaming in his ear to not let Cena
dictate the match.
to dictate the match himself, and that he's
Curtis Axel.
Cena can't beat him. He's Curtis Axel. But
We'll have to wait and see.
how this winds up, and Curtis Axel in his second
Main event.
on Wall to Wall, in 2 weeks, can he pull off
What?
a lot of people say this is the impossible and actually get a win
Over
the WWE champion known as Super Cena? We'll have to find out. Curtis Axel and John Cena have a
pretty good back and forth.
match involving Cena.
Axel
She pulls off the perfect flex and the running the running neck jammer thing that
his dad used to do with
the guy's on his setting up, and he runs and stacks the net from behind
like
Mr. Perfect. He then pulls off, like I said, he pulls off the perfect flex, but Super Cena's his way out of it and kicks out. Cena looks like he's about to win the match when we hear the
ambulance
that Ryback's been driving
as it pulls into the
arena. Cena gets distracted and
goes out to see if
Ryback's in the ambulance. He swings open
the
cabin door, like to the
where the driver would be.
no Ryback. He goes to the back, swings the doors
Open and
no Ryback. He starts to go back to the wing when
Ryback
jumps him from somewhere in that area. Ryback then throws him back up on the stage
and looks like he's about to
spear him through the video wall like he did at Extreme Rules.
Cena
Dodges it,
and Ryback almost goes
to it, but he stops himself. Cena picks him up for the AA.
Ryback
Pushes him off the stage. Ryback leaves.
and Cena then
Finally realizes he's been counted out, which means
Curtis Axel
beats Cena in his second ever main event on Raw. That means he's beat Triple H and
Cena back in
2 back-to-back weeks in main events.
It looks like
Like it's a good thing to be a Paul Heyman guy right now. We got
CM Punk coming back.
back at the next pay-per-view, which should be a good match with Jericho. But coming up later this week, I'll be reviewing Impact Wrestling,
On the
last Impact before they go to Slammiversary.
Impact
Before that show, so it should be good. I'll also be reviewing SmackDown for anybody who wants to watch that.
But that's it for Raw tonight.
See you on Thursday or Friday on June 2nd.
It's Slammiversary.